When we talk about childbirth, two terms that often come up are normal delivery and cesarean, in which the baby naturally comes out through the birth canal, is called vaginal delivery. The second method is called cesarean delivery or C-section. In this type of birth, the baby is delivered by making a surgical cut in the mother's abdomen. In this educational video, we'll explain what a C-section is, how it's done, and when it's necessary using simple 3D animations. So when is a C-section needed? Doctors usually recommend a C-section when they find it to be the safest option for either the mother, the baby, or both. If a woman has already had a C-section before, doctors often advise going for another one. Sometimes the mother herself may request a C-section in advance. This is called an elective or planned C-section, usually scheduled around the 39th week of pregnancy. Now, let's look at the reasons why a doctor chooses a cesarean section. Number 1, labor dystocia. This happens when the baby's head is too large to pass through the mother's pelvis. Number 2, placenta previa. Here, the placenta covers the opening of the uterus either partially or fully, blocking the baby's way out. Number 3, breech position. Normally, babies should be head down, but if the baby is feet down or buttocks down, that's called a breech position, and it may require a C-section. Number 4, umbilical cord prolapse. Sometimes the umbilical cord slips through the birth canal before the baby. This can compress the cord and cut off oxygen and blood flow to the baby, an emergency that needs immediate C-section. Number 5, fetal distress. This is when the baby's heart rate shows signs of stress, indicating that the baby may not be getting enough oxygen. Number 6, multiple pregnancies. In cases of twins or more, a C-section is often the safer route. Number 7, macrosomia. When the baby weighs more than 4 kilograms, vaginal delivery can be risky. A C-section is usually safer. Number 8, health conditions in the mother. Conditions like cervical cancer or pelvic tumors can also make C-section the better option. Now, let's take a look at how a C-section is done. Before surgery, the mother is given an IV line, a flexible tube inserted into her hand or arm to give fluids, medications, and anesthesia. A urinary catheter is inserted into the bladder to drain urine and monitor kidney function during and after surgery. In the operation field, a drape like this is placed between the patient and the surgical area. In some types of anesthesia, the patient does not lose consciousness, but does not feel pain either. In such cases, this drape is used so that the mother does not see the surgery. Usually, 2 types of anesthesia are given. One is general anesthesia. When this anesthesia is administered, the mother becomes completely unconscious. Regional anesthesia is used to numb only certain parts of the body. During this time, the mother remains conscious, but since the lower part of the body is numb, she does not feel pain. Regional anesthesia is injected into the spinal canal at the back. After administering anesthesia, the surgeon makes a skin incision on the lower abdomen. Depending on the situation, this cut can be horizontal or vertical. Most commonly, a horizontal incision is made just above the pubic bone. Some people refer to this as the bikini cut. After the skin incision, the fat and fascia are cut, the muscle fibers are separated, and then the peritoneal layer is opened. To keep the urinary bladder safe, it is carefully pushed to the side. After making an incision in the uterus, the amniotic sac is opened, and the baby is gently brought out. Then, the umbilical cord is cut. After that, for the first observation, the baby is wrapped in a warm towel. The placenta is carefully removed. After that, the surgical team stitches each layer that was cut. The total time taken to perform a C-section surgery is between 15 to 30 minutes. After delivery, the mother stays in the hospital for 4 to 7 days to recover. For faster recovery after surgery, walking slowly is beneficial. It helps reduce gas pain and prevents blood clots. Usually, the surgical wounds heal within 8 to 12 days. Over time, the scar from the incision becomes thinner and blends with the skin tone. Have you ever wondered how the first cesarean section was performed? In the past, when it was certain that the mother was either dying or close to death, the baby was delivered by cutting open the womb to save the child. This marked the beginning of the cesarean section. At that time, anesthesia had not yet been discovered, making the procedure extremely difficult and risky. For centuries, cesarean sections were only performed as a last resort when the mother was near death. However, things changed in the 19th century with the discovery of anesthesia, a revolutionary breakthrough. Today, with modern medical advancements, cesarean sections are among the most common and safest surgeries worldwide. Thanks to this procedure, millions of lives have been saved. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and support us so we can create more 3D explanation videos in the future.